The following program is being brought to you on the Voice America Business Channel. For more information about our network and to check our additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericabusiness.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Forbes magazine recently reported that there were 1,210 billionaires in the U.S. collectively. They were worth over $4.5 trillion. America continues to be the world's largest economy and boasts the lion's share of this ultra-rich class of people. In spite of this fact, an estimated 46.2 million people in America are living in poverty today. Where are we going wrong, and what can we do about it? Welcome to Wealth Solutions for the 99% with your host, Paul LaJoy. Let us show you some of the strategies that will set you on the path to building personal wealth. These are proven strategies that are working for others and can work for you too. Now, here is your host, Paul LaJoy.
Welcome to the show today with Paul LaJoy, your wealth creationist. I look forward to having a great show with you. I hope your world is doing well. Mine is doing well in spite of things that go on in life. I want to share with you some effective ways of being successful in your life, in your family's life, in your community's life. This is just astounding, okay? Today, we'll hear that the U.S. is preparing to maybe go to war with Syria. Wow, that's amazing. Things are happening. People in Syria are afraid what may happen. Okay, more buildings being blown up and more lives being lost because some guy decided to use chemical weapons, and we wonder what is happening. Got wars and rumors of wars. If you read the newspaper today, you probably heard that somebody got killed for no good reason. Just 2 weeks ago, a baseball player from Australia, came to America to enjoy America and then got killed by some thugs. Wonder what's going on. Terrible things are happening. There are troubles. People have hopeless sickness. The doctors tell them something is happening to them and something they don't have control over. And you wonder what is happening, and people are living in hopelessness. But today I want to share with you, the meaning of a useful life. Actually, just the meaning of life. And I don't sit here telling you I am some guru, to help you in any way. But, Kennedy said, don't ask what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And I say that every week on the show. So in spite of what's happening, I want to share with you some really amazing stuff that I learned and that I think that successful people have learned. And I hope that you really stay tuned and that you benefit from this. I want my heart to go out to you. Today I have a whole line of things to share with you, and stay tuned. I want to talk about your mission statement. Last week I talked about mission statement. A lot of people, they don't have a mission statement. You have an average person, you ask them, what is your mission statement? What is your role in this world? If you do not have a definition of your mission statement, guess what? You will be affected by the vicissitudes of things that are happening around you, things that are happening in the world, and you'll be desperate or despair. And that's what's happening. A lot of people right now despair, and that's why they take their lives, right? But if you have a mission statement in your life, then guess what's happening? In spite of what happens, you will not be moved. You will not be moved. Last week I talked about that you need to have a mission statement. I talked about that you should read the book. Read the book by Pastor Warren. It says, A Purpose-Driven Life. What's your purpose in life? Okay? My purpose in life is to bring joy to people. Right? And then lately, with my radio show, with my real estate companies, I'm showing people how to create wealth. Because I know one thing that is really troubling a lot of people is lack of money. All of us wake up one day, okay, every day, each and every day, and think about money. Can you imagine you're driving without gas in your car, in your tank? What's going to happen? You're going to stall. What you need to do, you need to buy gas, right? A lot of people are divorcing today not because of abundance of wealth, but mostly because of the lack of wealth. And that's why I think my mission statement, at least for the next how many years, is to show people how to create wealth. Create wealth using real estate. Just this past week, I was opportunity to, sit down. People are reading my book. It's impossible to be poor in America. People are reading my book. It's impossible to be poor in America, and they're practicing it. I see this intern from France. She's reading every sentence of it, underlining. She wants to understand this and take this to France. This is her case study in America. She works in an American company, okay, and she met this guy who wrote the book, It's Impossible to Be Poor in America, and she's been working here since April. Now she's going to go back to France and write a synopsis or a dissertation on the company as well as the book. Isn't that amazing? So what is your mission statement? As I said, my mission statement right now is to help people create wealth. And just this past week, as I mentioned, I have people who have been reading my book and listening to this radio show, and two of them came up. I said, get a line of credit. Get a line of credit. A line of credit. Because a line of credit will make you rich. You cannot be poor in America. I totally believe in what I preach. If you're poor in America, then I think you have yourself to blame. This is one thing I believe in. And thank God you are listening to this program today. And I will share with you how you can take yourself from poverty to riches untold. All right, riches untold. Welcome to the program, and I will show you how to be number one in your life, in your community. Okay, see, did you know that September is a positive thinking month? September is a positive thinking month, and September 13th is a positive thinking day. Why do many people suffer today? Why do people despair? Because they don't think positively. Okay, and if you're in that situation, we're about to change that during the show, this 1 hour. So you're in for a treat. Positive thinking month. Did you know that? No. So that's one nugget that you should really enjoy. Okay, cool. This is your assignment. I believe in action items. Okay? So this is a self-improvement month or the positive thinking month. What should you do tomorrow, September 1st? September 1st, what should you do? Get up an hour earlier and exercise. Okay? This is your thing here. Best-selling author and speaker Chris Widener offers the following tips and ideas to kickstart your personal development this September. This is not from your friend Paula Joy. This is from another successful person whose mission is to change the world, make it a better place. What is your mission in life? Is your mission to help change the world and make it a better place? Is your mission greater than you? Okay? It is greater than you. Then you're in for some big success, not only in your life, but in the lives of other people around you. So, here is what Chris says. All right. Tomorrow, September 1st, which is Sunday, get up an hour earlier and exercise. America is noted for obesity. A lot of people are really fat. We don't need a lot of that fat. You need to shed some of it because fat makes you lazy. And I'm sorry if you're angry with me. Right? But I know for sure. I'm observing society. If you just sit there and be a couch potato, you are not going to be successful. Actually, I'm talking about success in its wholesomeness. Right? You're not going to be successful in your personal life because guess what you get when you're fat? Illnesses. Diabetes, heart disease and stuff. Those things are associated with obesity. So what do you do tomorrow? Get up an hour earlier as a month to change yourself. It's a self-improvement month. Get up an hour earlier and exercise. get up an hour earlier and exercise. Okay? That's the first thing I gotta do. And then Monday, what do you do? Monday, write down 5 things you are grateful for. A lot of people complain, grumble and complain. That's why they are not successful. Remember, we're talking about it's impossible to be poor in America. I'm talking about not only in terms of money, but in terms of your wholesomeness, your life. It's impossible to be poor in America. So tomorrow, what do? Get up early, an hour earlier, and exercise. I'm going to do that myself. So I'm just going to be a preacher, but also a practitioner of what I preach. So get up an hour earlier tomorrow, Sunday, and exercise. Number 2, write down 5 things you are grateful for. 5 things you are grateful for. I am grateful for the very oxygen I breathe. That's number 1 thing. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the platform that I have to share with you. Number 3, I'm grateful that I have a passion to live. Number 4, I'm grateful that I can play music. Number 5, I'm grateful that I have a company that changes people's lives. I can go on and on. I can give you 101. All I need you to do is 5. 5 things. Write down 5 things you are grateful for. Get up and write down those things. Okay, this is Tuesday now. We're on to Tuesday. What are you going to do on Tuesday, September 3rd? Take a successful business person to lunch. Hey, take a successful business person to lunch, right? Someone who's more successful than you. Hey, if you hang out with 9 people who are poor, who are grumbling and complaining and don't see the positive things in life, you are going to be the 10th lousiest person on earth. So guess what? On Tuesday, take a successful business person to lunch. I'm going to do that too. Remember, I'm going to be a practitioner of what I preach. Right? That's how you be successful. Remember, we're talking about wealth solutions for the 99%. If you want to be successful, one thing you got to do is listen to the show and listen to everything I say today. You will be successful in America, and I believe this tight to the core, right to the core. Believe it on my heart. Wednesday, this is what you got to do. Wednesday, listen to a personal development CD instead of the radio on your way to work. If you listen to radio, listen to positive radio like what I'm sharing with you today. My station or my channel here as a positive channel. If you listen to what I say, you will never be the same. You will never be the same. So on Wednesday, purpose in your mind to listen to a personal development CD instead of the radio or some music, okay? If you listen to music, hey, let it be some positive music and something that will make you healthy and wealthy. Okay, Thursday, compliment 5 people. Compliment 5 people. Can you imagine that? This is powerful stuff, people. This is extremely powerful stuff. On Thursday this week, compliment 5 people. Okay, let me go back. Tomorrow, what you need to do, on Sunday, you got to wake up an hour earlier and exercise. Get us some aerobic music and dance. You'll be joyful. You'll be walking, everybody was thinking, what happened to this person? Guess what? When you do that, you bring joy to them and you'll be successful. No doubt about it. Monday, you write down 5 things you're grateful for. Tuesday, take a successful business person to lunch. Tuesday, take a successful business person to lunch. You'll be amazed what you learn from that person. Okay, and that person become a friend for life. Wednesday, listen to a personal development CD instead of the radio or some negative stuff. Don't listen to some negative rap music or something like that. Listen to something positive. That develops you. That makes you a better person. Thursday, compliment 5 people. Can you imagine you compliment 5 people on Thursday this week? They will compliment you back. Right? Give and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. That's the principle. On Friday, direct deposit a portion of your paycheck into savings every pay day, every pay period. Okay, you direct deposit a portion of your paycheck into your savings every pay. If you say, I'm self-employed. Yeah, you're self-employed. Don't you get paid? You pay yourself, right? So direct deposit that. Okay. Number 7, which is Saturday this week. What do? Buy or download a book on a topic you typically would not read about. Whoa, that's amazing. So you learn something new, right? We're talking about self-improvement this month. Oh, why? Okay. On Sunday next week, tell your kids you love them. If you have kids, if you don't have kids, tell some other people's kids you love them and tell them you're cute. I tell you, that's really powerful. All right. I have some kids that I've been taking care of. These 2 kids, these 2 girls that passed away in 2006, and I've been their weekend dad. And I was amazed. One time I asked them to write something about me. Something about me. They were reluctant at first, but when they came to it and wrote something about me, 2 pages, I was amazed. It was very touching. So on Sunday next week, if you have kids, okay, tell them how much you love them. And if you don't have kids, hey, tell some other people's kids how much they're cute and how much you love them too. Your neighbor's kids, your nieces and nephews. Monday next week. Tell your best friends that you love them. Your best friends. Hey, put first in your mind, how many friends do you have? You're amazed some people don't have any friends. This is woeful. Some people don't have best friends. Who are your best friends? Do you have best friends? Do you have 5 best friends? Do you have 10 best friends? Do you have 1 best friend? Can you tell them how much you love them? This is how powerful this month can be for you. If the year has been bad for you or has been so mediocre, then, hey, September, the last month of this quarter, let it be the month that you excel. Let it be the month that you excel. Hey, I am reading something and what Aristotle said, and I'm going to go back to that later on in the program. But Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Can you imagine if you practice these habits that I'm talking about here, getting up an hour earlier, okay, complimenting people, writing down that the things you're most grateful for, all these things. Can you imagine that? Hey, this becomes a habit, and you become an excellent person. You live the excellent life. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. How amazing is that? Okay, so on Monday, okay, we're going to talk about tell your best friends that you love them. And on Tuesday, start a journal. This is just amazing stuff. How many of you have a journal? And how many of you, at the beginning of the year, you start with a journal and throughout the year, you maintain that? People who do that are successful. No doubt about that. On Wednesday next week, dance to music, preferably with someone else. Dance to music. Some salsa, really nice, elevating music. Remember, this is a month that you're going to improve yourself. On Thursday next week, Thursday the 12th, buy a bunch of flowers. Buy a bunch of flowers, maybe for yourself or for your office, for someone that you love. Buy a bunch of flowers. It will make a big difference. And on Friday next week, read something inspirational. Okay. Read something inspirational, and that will help you. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to continue with these key elements of success for the month of September. This is just exciting. I don't know about you, but I'm extremely excited about these tenets, these ingredients of success for this month. You're listening to Wealth Solutions for the 99% with your host, Paulo Joy. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. If you have a question or a comment, call me 866-472-5790. 866-472-5790. When we come back, we continue with the Self-Improvement Month ingredients. This is Paulo Joy.
sure to friend us on Facebook. You can do it right now. Visit facebook.com/Voice America or search for us at keyword Voice America.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Costa, host of the Costa Report every Tuesday at 6 a.m. and again at 6 p.m. This week, my guest is outspoken former congressman and one of our country's most prominent gay public figures, Mr. Barney Frank. He'll be with us to talk about the Supreme Court's ruling on DOMA and how the Obama presidency is doing in its second term. Don't miss Barney Frank this Tuesday at 6 a.m. and again at 6 p.m. on the Voice America Business Channel.
What's going on behind the scenes with your favorite Voice America show or host? For the latest news, visit the iRadio blog at iradioblog.com.
You are tuned in to Wealth Solutions for the 99% with Paul LaJoy. We'd love to hear from you on today's program. Please call in to 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. Or email us at lajoysolutions@gmail.com. Now, back to Wealth Solutions for the 99%.
Welcome back to Wealth Solutions for the 99% with me, your host, Paul LaJoy. As you can tell from the first half of the show, it's extremely excited. I am excited every day because I wake up and say, how can I make my world a better place? What can I do today to make our universe such an amazing place to live in? And I know someday when I leave this planet, I'm going to a better place. So that makes me excited, extremely excited. So whether it's one person that's listening to the show or a million people around the world, I am still the same excited. Of course, I'll be more excited if I had 1 billion people listening to this show, because now I have touched the lives of other people. But I believe that when you build, they will come. When you build, they'll come. So I start to build a foundation, and one by one, they'll start coming. One by one, they will start coming. So I will not despair, because I know weeping may last for the night, but joy comes in the morning. Hey, this is amazing stuff. And today I want to share with you, as I have been sharing the first half of the show, the Self-Improvement Month and what you need to do to improve yourself, to make yourself a better person. That way, wealth comes into your life, not only in the form of money, but wealth comes in your life in the form of everything and everything that you are. Aristotle once said, this great guy, he died a long time ago. This guy died a long time ago. But I think almost everybody knows who Aristotle is, right? He lives forever. He said, we are what we do repeatedly. We are what we do repeatedly. Okay, excellence then is not an act, but it's a habit. Excellence is a habit. Okay, a child starts to play the piano. As child starts to play the piano, the child is not an excellent piano player from day one. But as that child has a passion embellished with the desire to play the piano, that child plays the piano every day. Every day, that child becomes an excellent pianist. And it's applicable in anything that you do. It's applicable in business. For example, before 2001, I did not know anything about real estate. As a matter of fact, I never really lived in America. I used to live in Taiwan. I was renting an apartment over there in Taiwan. 2001, I came to America. 2002, I bought my first real estate property in Manteca, a little town outside of Tracy here in California. Little town that was only 35 people at a time. 35,000 people now. Is growing by leaps and bounds. In 2004, I sold that property. I sold it for $400,000 to a friend of mine across the street. I didn't even use a realtor. And that came my light. Okay, my awakening, the epitome. And I said, this is what I want to do. 2005, I got my real estate license. My first property I sold, I did not even show it. Okay, this person bought it for $925,000. I said, this is what I want to do. I quit the job I was doing because it was not uplifting me. People were negative. Negative environment. Negative environment killed me. Oh, almost killed me. I had to get out of there. The purpose in my mind, what I want to do. So, it was really rough when I quit because the economy tanked. And the wealth I created tanked with it. But guess what? I still stayed the course. I never quit. I never quit. In 2010, I started buying properties again. I formed a group called Tri-Cities Investors LLC. And the goal, the unction was buy one property a month. 2011, I came into something. I was buying properties directly from the banks, directly from Chase and Wells Fargo, directly, and people started to see the track record. The first property we bought it for $120,000. We spent $15,000. We sold it for $201,000. $45,000 each person. Actually, $40,000 each person put down, myself and two other partners. I managed the rehab. And, 2 months later, we sold it for $201,000. They gave me that $40,000. 2 months later, they make $15,000 each. And that began the road to success, amazing success. And today, what's happening is that I have two firms, right? I got the real estate brokerage firm, and I have the investment firm, which is actually the backbone of the brokerage firm. And today we're becoming one of the fastest growing real estate firms in the entire Bay Area here in California. Well, you got to do certain things to attain certain results. I've always believed in that. You got to do certain things to attain certain results. And what I'm sharing with you today will make you successful, will make you somebody who changes the lives of other people, but also your life. If you purpose in your mind, if you give people what they want, as Zig Ziglar says, you get what you want. Right, let's continue. So, I'm going to recap what I talked about in the first half of the show. I said, this is a self-improvement month, okay? And this is loaded. This thing is just so loaded. You listen up, people. Okay, so Sunday, you get up early. Tomorrow, you get up earlier. Okay, 1 hour earlier and exercise. You'll be different. That alone will make you different. Exercise. Some of you don't exercise, and guess what's happening? We don't exercise. Guess what? We die. We die. Okay? Number 2, Monday, you write down 5 things you are grateful for. 5 things you're grateful for. I already talked about that. Number 3, Tuesday, take a successful business person to lunch. Wednesday, listen to a personal development CD instead of some junk. Thursday, okay, number 5, compliment 5 people. Compliment 5 people. Got to do this. If you do this, some of you never complimented anybody. You're just griping and complaining about life. No wonder your life is junk. But we got to take the junk out. Junk out. We got to make you pure. We got to refine you and make you who you're supposed to be. Yes, just follow these principles. Principles are very simple, but they'll make you highly successful. Highly successful. I'm excited. How about you? Okay, Friday, you direct deposit a portion of your paycheck into your savings, every paycheck, a portion of your paycheck into your savings, right? So even if you're self-employed, take some money that you own, that you have, and put it into your savings account. Don't touch it, okay? All right. And, of course, on Saturday, buy or download a book on a topic you typically would not read. A topic you typically would not read. So what's that? Find out. You know for yourself. But do it. Just do it. You'll be amazed what will happen to you. And Sunday next week, tell your kids you love them. If you have kids, if you don't have kids, tell your nephews, your nieces, and cousins that you love them. Okay, all your neighbors' kids. Number 9, which is Monday next week, tell your best friends that you love them. You love them. I'm going to do this. I've never done this before. I'm going to write a postcard and send to them. I'm going to write a postcard and send to these people. Do you know how amazing that will touch your lives? Amazing. Amazing stuff. Now, on Tuesday next week, start a journal. If you don't have one, start one. If you have one, continue. On Wednesday next week, dance to music, preferably with someone else, right? Not just yourself. Go and dance. Go and dance with someone else. Bring them joy. Do some salsa. That'd be great. Thursday next week, buy a bunch of flowers, and bring them to the office, to your office. And people wonder, what's happening? Is it a birthday? Somebody has a birthday. You say, no, I just feel good. I am about to change my life. I'm following something that will make me an amazing person. If you do these things, something amazing is going to happen to you this month. It's incredible. Okay. And Friday next week, read something inspirational. Read something inspirational. Listen to this radio show. Okay, Saturday next week, practice listening more and talking less. Okay, cool. This is where we start the second half. Okay, practice listening more and talking less. In my observation of life, like something I've noticed this week in my office, and I see people on each other's thoughts because they're not listening. We need to learn to listen more, and talk less. That is a golden principle. Listen more and talk less. I will do that myself. I'm going to be a practitioner of what I'm telling you right now. And next week when we meet, I'll share with you these principles. What have I done from today or from tomorrow to next time when we meet on the show? We've got to practice listening more and talking less. Okay, then the following Sunday, Sunday the 15th, call someone you need to forgive. Call someone you need to forgive or be forgiven by. If you wrong someone, call them. If someone wronged you, call them. Swallow your pride and settle accounts. Swallow your pride and settle accounts. Monday the 16th of September, sing your favorite song loudly in the shower or in the car. Sing your favorite song. And maybe some of us have a favorite song, maybe a melody, but we don't know the songs. We don't know the lyrics. Hey, you got 2 weeks to practice. Got 2 weeks to practice to sing. So, September the 16th, sing your favorite song and sing it loudly in the shower or in the car. Or just go for a walk, right, and do that. And Tuesday the 17th, make a to-do list tonight so you can start right away in the morning. Oh, isn't that amazing? You see, if you're well organized, you'll be successful. So what do you do on that day? Maybe start even tomorrow. Make a to-do list tonight, okay? So that you can start right away in the morning. That means you are very organized. All right, next one. On September the 18th, offer to run errands or help an elderly person. Isn't that amazing? So many elderly people. Some of them don't have any kids, right? Maybe because of fault of their own, maybe their kids don't really care about them. It doesn't matter. Okay? We have all sinned and fallen short of what we're supposed to be. So find an elderly person and offer to run errands for that person. All right? That is on the 18th, Wednesday the 18th of September. You'll be amazed as to what is going to happen to you. All right? September the 19th, go for a half-hour walk or run. Go for a half-hour walk or run. Actually, as a matter of fact, you can start tomorrow. Right? But that is what you're going to do. That's an action item for you on the 19th of September. On the 20th of September, pay for coffee or toll for the person behind you. Whoa. Well, if you go to Starbucks, why don't you do this? Right? Somebody's behind you, And what you got to do is just pay for coffee for them. Just put a $10 thing there. Put a $10 thing there, and the waiter or the waitress would tell them, hey, the person before you paid for you. Isn't that amazing? Can you imagine that? You want to find that person and say, oh, how nice is that? We're making our world a better place. Remember, Kennedy once said, don't ask what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. You do these little things, you'll be a very successful person. Okay, September the 21st. Okay, do that task your spouse has been asking you to do. Do that task your spouse has been asking you to do. If you have a spouse, this is one of the main reasons why people break up. Because the husband commits to do something and never does it. That's a point of contention. So commit to do that thing. If it's a huge task, what you do is basically give a set date as to when you will be able to accomplish that thing and stick to it. Stick to it. Okay. On the 22nd of September, focus on devoting the first 90 minutes of work to your highest priority task. Whoa. Focus on devoting the first 90 minutes of work to our highest priority task. I see a lot of people not successful, and they live in the rat race. Why? Because they don't work on their business. I highly believe and strongly believe that to be highly successful, you got to work on your business. You got to set your priorities right. Not work in your business all the time. Spend 20% of your time working on your business, away from everybody else. Because if you do that, you'll be successful. But if you only work in your business all the time, you'll be burnt out. And that's for sure. So, on the 22nd of September, focus on devoting the first 90 minutes of work to your highest priority task. Not everything's important. Okay? Or of equal magnitude. Right? On Monday, the 23rd of September, eat healthy all day. Eat healthy all day. No junk food. Purpose in your mind not to have anything that is gonna make your body derelict. Sleep well and eat right. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna continue with these tips that will make you highly successful. I hope you've been taking down these things. I had a lot to cover today, and I believe I haven't even done half of what I'm supposed to do. But I'm sure you'll be enjoying it. I have been enjoying it myself. This is something that will make you highly successful in the month of September, and your productivity level will go high. We'll rocket, and we'll rock. You'll be amazed what a nice person you have been. You have become. Remember, you are what you think about most of the time. And excellence is not an act, but a habit. When we come back, we'll continue with the habits that you're going to form in this new month. Let September start the beginning of the rest of your life. And let the beginning of the rest of your life be something that people will really see and say, wow, you are a new you. This is Paul Joe. Going to take a break. When we come back, we'll continue. Thank you.
Follow us on Twitter at VoiceAmericaTRN. Get the lowdown on guests, new shows, and your favorites. That's VoiceAmericaTRN.
If you want to know about investing in emerging and frontier markets, or if you have experience in this field but still need to know more, tune in to Emerging and Frontier Markets Investing with Gavin Graham. Gavin explores news, current trends, and insights about both categories of investing. His guest experts, along with his own knowledge, will help you stay above the line when it comes to growth potential, whether in funds or equities. He will look at what to invest in and avoid. Tune in to Emerging and Frontier Markets Investing with Gavin Graham every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 6 a.m. Pacific Time on the Voice America Business Channel. How can we Americans realize our dreams to earn a living? How can you pursue your dream and make money as an owner or an employee? Learn how at The American Business Person, the online weekly radio talk show hosted by Rich Killian. Today's business leaders share how to succeed and what fails. If you own a new or established business or ever hope to, you must tune in. Join us every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Central, and noon Pacific on the Voice America Business Channel, or listen on demand to our archived shows.
Save on your prescriptions with the RX Savings Plus drug discount card offered by Voice America. It is not insurance, and discounts are only available from participating pharmacies. But 9 out of 10 pharmacies participate nationwide. Start saving today. Print your free card online at voiceamerica.rxsavingsplus.com or text the word TALK RADIO to 96362.
You are tuned in to Wealth Solutions for the 99% with Paul LaJoy. We'd love to hear from you on today's program. Please call in to 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. Or email us at lajoysolutions@gmail.com. Now, back to Wealth Solutions for the 99%.
Welcome back. I am so excited today, so in love with myself, with the universe, with my God, with you, sharing this program with you. It's just amazing. Isn't that amazing to get up Saturday morning? You know, you go to bed at 1 a.m. and you get up at 8 a.m. to do something to make your world a better place. Isn't this amazing? I'm sure if you did this, you the listener today, if you did something like this, you will excel in life. You know, what is your legacy? What's your legacy? What you want to leave behind? What do you want people to think about you when they see you? You know, this is just amazing stuff. And this is why I love what I do. You know, even if I don't get paid for it, and I don't get paid for it, even if I spend a lot of money on it, I don't care. It's basically my purpose in life is to enrich you. Remember, my name is Paul LaJoy. At some point I said, what is your role in this world? Paul, why were you born? And I changed my name, gave myself a new name, Paul LaJoy, bringing joy to people. And that has been my motto since 1995. How can I make my world a better place? And now I show them how to create wealth. But if I stop only at making you make money, I will have failed in my effort. My effort is to make you whole, to make you successful in everything that you do. So it's not just about yourself. If it's about me, myself, and I, guess what? That's terrible. That's a terrible life. And I see people that live that kind of life. They're greedy. Only think about themselves, and they're jealous. Jealousy and greed are vices that I hate to the core. Jealousy, greed, and lies. People lie, lack of integrity. Those are coming from the pit of hell and should be banished right there. So if you listen to this show and you are prone to lies, dishonesty, please let the month of September be the month of self-improvement. If you listen to the show and your attitude sucks, like, you know, when you speak to people and you're not polite, right? Please, let the month of September be the month, a pivotal change in your life, where you purpose to make yourself better by doing certain things, so that people around you will really enjoy being around you. So you have grace, you have patience, you have compassion, you have gentleness, meekness, those fruits of the Spirit that come because you purpose your mind and your heart that you're going to be a better person. I'm excited about today. How about you? We talk about the month of improvement, self-improvement, September. Remember, September 13th is the Positive Thinking Day. September 13th, the Positive Thinking Day. Did you know about that? So, and the month of September as a month of self-improvement. And I want to share this with you. All right. So right now, let's go on to September 24th. Jot down 5 affirmations and schedule them into your smartphone as a daily reminder. 5 affirmations, right? 5 affirmations in the month of September. And this is going to be September 24th. September 25th, which is Wednesday, make a good-sized donation to your favorite charity. Make a good-sized donation to your favorite charity. Oh, let me tell you a little story. Not too long ago, I had a property that I have been looking at. Actually, the bank assigned this property to me actually in 2011. And then there was a title issue on the property. And now they cleared that title issue. And this month, beginning of this month, I think they assigned the property to someone else. And I was not happy with that at all. I have taken care of the HOA dues. I have been the one that's taking care of this property, and now you assign it to someone else. This is not fair. So I prayed about it, and I said, God, if you make it happen that this property is assigned back to me, I will give 1/10 of my commission when it closes escrow. That property is not listed that, it was assigned to me, and I gave a testimony. Things happen so that you can have a testimony. Things happen in your life. I don't care what happens. If you have a positive mind, you will overcome. It doesn't matter whether you can overcome in this life or in the next life. I'm talking about heaven. You have overcome. Because if you put your faith in God, it doesn't matter what happens. Whether you have cancer today or you're dying today and there's hopelessness and whatever, you are going to a better place where no eye has seen, no ear has heard, neither has a mind of man conceived the things that God has prepared for those who love him. So, when the raging storms of life come striking you, put your heart and mind to the goal. And this goal is, I am someday going to go to a better place where no eye has seen, no ear has heard. If you enjoy your holidays, if you enjoy happiness in this world, it's just a foretaste of things to come. I strongly believe in that. What would you do if you had all the money in the world? I'm sure you would relish, right? You will go to the best resorts and all those kinds of things. And you'll be happy, right? Because you can give. Give first to yourself, then give to others. When I give money to the poor in Africa or any third world country, guess what? They're ecstatic. People tell me I'm their everything. Because I gave them $1,000. And then all of a sudden they think I'm their everything. It brings them joy. Right? Now imagine that after this life, you go to a better place where you never die, where there's no more pain, no more sorrow, no more headache, no more hatred, no more wars, no rumors of wars, no more anxiety, no more depression, no more recession, no more of all these negative things. I believe in my heart there's some place like that. And if you don't, please talk to me, either during the show or after the show, or write to me. There's a place like that. It's as real as the oxygen you breathe. You breathe this oxygen. Without oxygen, you will not be alive. Right? Without oxygen, you will not be alive. But you don't see it. There's a place called heaven. So what you see on earth or what you feel on earth is just a foretaste of those things. So guess what? Weeping may last for the night, but joy comes in the morning. Now let's continue. It's a month of improvement. All right. So I said I'll give a good-sized donation, So when that thing happened to me, it looked like I was going to lose that property. I prayed about it, and now it's a testimony. And I've actually shared that testimony with you. And when it closes, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to give 1/10 of that. So the property is listed at $649. Even if it sells for $600,000 and I get 2% as a listing agent, guess what I get? $12,000, and I did very little. I just prayed. I just prayed. $12,000. I give a tenth of that to the church. I will give a tenth of that to the church. No doubt about it. No even sweating it. I'll bless the church with that. As a matter of fact, I'm just blessing God. I'm just giving back what He's given me. Okay. Right. The next one is on September 26th. Ask someone what he or she thinks about an important topic. And listen. Remember, it's better to listen than to talk. Number 27, September 27th, set a goal of making 5 people smile today. Set a goal. Can you imagine you wake up in the morning and you say, I'm going to make 5 people, at least 5 people smile today. What could you do that day? I mean, just amazing. I mean, this is huge. This is just huge. Set a goal of making 5 people smile on that day, on the 27th. I think you can actually start it tomorrow. Just make people smile. Okay. September 28th, skip the TV news and save yourself 30 minutes of depressing topics. Or if you listen to TV news, what can you do about it? Maybe people are starving somewhere. Okay, devote some money to helping them. Right? On the 29th of September, take 15 minutes to reflect on your life. 15 minutes to reflect on your life. And that's for September 29th. And the last day of September, write down the 5 best things what happened in your life in the last week. The 5 best things that happened in your life, actually not just in the last week, but in the last month. Because if you purpose in your mind that you're going to make this month your month to improve yourself and therefore improve people around you, because you cannot just improve yourself without improving other people around you. You're going to affect the lives of other people. That's just a fact. So write down at the end of September the 5 things that have happened to you because you followed these principles. Okay, cool. Another thing you got to do, I need to end the show today by sharing with you the 5 books, actually 6 books, 7 books that you should read. You should have in your library. The first one is As a Man Thinketh. As a Man Thinketh. You got to read this book. Okay? By James Allen. Next one is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Next one is Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude by Napoleon Hill. And the next one is basically How to Win Friends and Influence People. You got to read this book. It's just good. And the next one is The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. You read these positive books, you will not be the same. You will make a lot of money, but your life will be better. Okay. Number 5. Okay, number 5 is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. Viktor Frankl. Man's Search for Meaning. And the last one for you to read or put in your library will be Learned Optimism. How to Change Your Mind and Life. Learned Optimism. How to change your life and your mind. Okay, actually, how to change your mind and your life. If you change your mind, you change your life. I have enjoyed being with you today. I hope you have enjoyed visiting with me and taking notes of everything I mentioned in this show. I am going to practice what I have mentioned to you. And my life in September is going to be astronomically better than it's been, and I don't hate my life. So far, it's so good. But I want to make it even better. Self-improvement is good. It's good for me. It's good for you. All right. The way to find me is just go to paulajoy.com, www.paulajoy.com. You'll find me there. Okay, and from there, you'll be ported to other sites that I have, like It's Impossible to Be Poor in America. Okay, and also the YouTube videos that we have, and other channels that we have there, how we impact in people's lives. I hope your visit has not been in vain. You have a great weekend. Next week, I'm going to have the guru of apartment investing, Mr. Anthony Chara, who'll be sharing with us wealth creation in apartment investing. So, we talk about positive cash flow. All right? You want to hear about that. You don't want to miss that show. So I'll see you next week. Until then, Remember, it's impossible to be poor in America. It is impossible to be poor in America. Have a great week, and God bless you. We're good.
Thank you again for listening to Wealth Solutions for the 99%. Please join Paul LaJoy again next Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Voice America Business as we continue to help you build your personal wealth.